HMS Rodney was one of the two Nelson-class battleships built for the Royal Navy in the 1920s. Named after Admiral Lord Rodney, this ship, along with her sister ship HMS Nelson, played a significant role in naval history during her service, especially during World War II. Design and construction. The Nelson-class battleships were designed in the aftermath of World War I, with the limitations of the Washington Naval Treaty in mind. This treaty imposed restrictions on battleship size and armament, leading to the creation of ships that were innovative yet constrained by these new rules. The design featured a unique arrangement where all three main gun turrets were placed forward of the superstructure. This was done to maximize armor protection and firepower within the treaty's limitations. Rodney was laid down on the 28th of December 1922 at the Camel Laird shipyard in Birkenhead and launched on the 17th of December 1925. She was commissioned into the Royal Navy on the 10th of December 1927. General characteristics: displacement, standard 33,950 long tons, deep load 41,250 long tons, length 710 feet overall, beam 106 feet, draft 30 feet, 9.1 meters, mean 33 feet, 10.1 meters, full load, installed power 8 Admiralty 3-drum boilers, 45,000 shaft horsepower, propulsion 2 shafts, 2-geared steam turbines, speed 23 knots, range 7,000 nautical miles at 16 knots, complement 1,361, wartime 1,631, armament, main battery 9 16-inch guns in 3 triple turrets, all forward of the superstructure. Secondary battery, 12 6-inch guns in 6 twin turrets, 6 4.7-inch anti-aircraft guns, 8 2-pounder pom-pom anti-aircraft guns, 24 2-pounder guns in 3 octuple mounts, various machine guns and other light anti-aircraft weapons added during the war, torpedoes, 2 24.5 inches torpedo tubes, armor, belt 14 inches, deck 6.25 inches, turrets 16 inches, barbettes 15 inches, conning tower 14 inches, aircraft carried, 1 aircraft, catapult launched, initially a Fairey Flycatcher, later a Supermarine Walrus. Aviation facilities, 1 catapult, removed in 1942. Early service. In the interwar years, HMS Rodney served as part of the Atlantic Fleet and later the Home Fleet. Her role during this period involved training exercises, fleet maneuvers, and showing the flag. The Nelson-class battleships were noted for their significant firepower, with Rodney equipped with 9 16-inch guns, making her one of the most powerful ships of her time. World War II service. With the outbreak of World War II, HMS Rodney's role became crucial. She was involved in several key operations and battles throughout the conflict. Norwegian Campaign, 1940. Rodney supported British forces during the German invasion of Norway, providing naval gunfire support and escorting convoys. Operation Catapult, 1940. Rodney was part of the force that attacked the French fleet at Mers el-Kebir, ensuring that the ships did not fall into German hands. Hunt for the Bismarck, 1941. Perhaps the most famous episode in Rodney's career was her involvement in the hunt for the German battleship Bismarck. On the 27th of May 1941, alongside HMS King George V, Rodney engaged Bismarck in a fierce battle. Despite the heavy seas, Rodney's 16-inch guns inflicted critical damage on Bismarck, contributing significantly to the German ship's eventual sinking. This action was a testament to Rodney's firepower and the skill of her crew. Arctic convoys. Throughout the war, Rodney escorted numerous Arctic convoys to the Soviet Union, facing harsh weather and the constant threat of German air and submarine attacks. Operation Torch, 1942, Rodney provided naval gunfire support during the Allied landings in North Africa. Her powerful guns were instrumental in suppressing shore defenses and supporting ground troops. Invasion of Normandy, 1944. In the months leading up to D-Day, Rodney was heavily involved in Operation Overlord preparations. On the 6th of June 1944, she bombarded German positions on the Normandy coast, supporting the Allied landings and subsequent operations inland. Post-war service and decommissioning. After the war, HMS Rodney continued to serve with the home fleet, albeit in a reduced capacity. The rapid advancement of naval technology during the war years had rendered battleships like Rodney increasingly obsolete, with aircraft carriers and submarines taking on more prominent roles. Rodney was placed in reserve in 1946 and decommissioned in 1948. Her condition after years of hard service and the changing nature of naval warfare meant that she was not considered for modernization. In 1949, she was sold for scrap and dismantled at Inverkeithing. Legacy. HMS Rodney's legacy is marked by her contributions during World War II, particularly in the destruction of the Bismarck. She represented a transitional phase in battleship design and naval strategy, bridging the gap between the dreadnought era and the advent of more modern naval warfare technologies. Her service exemplified the resilience and adaptability of the Royal Navy during one of the most challenging periods in its history. Despite the limitations imposed by the Washington Naval Treaty, Rodney and her sister ship Nelson showcased the ingenuity and determination of British naval engineering and strategy,